So much energy here in the house tonight. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those.
Smoking Joe Frazier. His 3 battles with Muhammad Ali, perhaps the most famous the sport has ever seen. The greatest, Muhammad Ali. Watch the footwork, watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, the Olympic gold medalist from Beaufort, South Carolina, the Hall of Famer from the golden era of heavyweights, a heavyweight champion of the world, Smokin' Joe Frazier. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only 3-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee, the one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, you know when you've got 2 fighters there that really believe they're going to win, really want to get it on, this is when it gets stupid.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. I guess showboating is part of their plan. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. So much hype surrounding this matchup. We never thought we'd get to see it again. It's Frazier Ali Part 4.
So Ali has proved why he is the man. Ali has proved he's gone in there and beat the man that beat him. Now the 2 gods are fighting each other. This is that fight. Ali knows exactly what he's going to do, but he knows it's not a pushover because Joe Frazier has no respect for him whatsoever.
Well done with that counter shot. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. Back and forth they go. This is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Yeah! Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
On to the second round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. Punch, counter punch. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Just misses with that uppercut. He threw a punch and just got countered. It's all offense all the time. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every...
The bell rings and we start the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Nice counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Stamina is off the charts. Those counter punches have to hurt. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Oh, that was a fighter had an excellent reach, an unassuming reach. If you've got a good reach, just really befuddles your opponent, because when they think you're out of range, bam, you catch them with a jab. And if you catch them...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Forget about that round. It was a bad round.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good? Good man.
I need you to switch back.
Back at it in round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They are giving us a high-tempo show. Catch and shoot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Just missed with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so easy.
Go out in the first minute.
Time for the 5th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. That one lands. Throws the jab. It doesn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right.
There's the bell for round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punching. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Are we about to see the end of an era? Are we about to see Joe Frazier get knocked out? Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Right, let's get out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen, beast.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Now go on to load up.
Round 7, here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Punch right up the middle. That jab doesn't find a home. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Insane action. A perfect counter shot. Just missing with the right uppercut. Is he going to punch himself out, though? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on.
Relax.
And we enter the 8th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That left hook misses. He blocks the hook. The counter lands. The courage on display here is incredible. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Back out there.
And there's the bell to start round 9. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Good punch. There's a counter shot. Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Nice counter punch. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
And there's the bell for round 10. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? When are we going to see a jab from these two? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab but does not score. That counter shot lands. Trying to land that jab. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this.
Good round. I like that.
And there's the bell for round 11. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Beautiful counter punch. Just misses with that uppercut. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good looking hook, but it was blocked. That uppercut misses. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
Go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round.
Yes, I like that round.
And there's the bell for round 12. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They exchange punches. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
They miss with the jab. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judges going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Can't find a home for that jab. Thinking holding on here for a minute. Incredible work rate. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Good work. That's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath. Good work.
And there's the bell to start the round. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early round? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? His stamina is off the charts. I can't Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. Lincoln, you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. What a huge... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What?
It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
That's lights out right there.
Are you okay?
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.